Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back for another live stream, or for those of you watching in the future, another live stream replay. As always, I'll be going live on TikTok and YouTube at the same time. And as always, I've got to brace myself. Oh man, it's going to be an onslaught like always. But you know what? Bitcoin has been boring the last 10 or so days. Excuse me. So maybe that means there won't be as many people around. We'll see. So we're not at 1,000 on TikTok yet, for those of you who know what I'm talking about. All right. I'm going live on TikTok. I'm live on YouTube. Man, what is up with my throat right now? Oh my goodness. All right. Hello, everybody. Hop on in. I'm live on YouTube. I'm live on TikTok. What's up, Selick? Good morning, Mortgage Guy. Hey, TikTok bro. Trace, Dario, thank you. I look good, thank you. Good morning. Video on Syncus when? We'll see soon. Hello, you piss me off. Where's market going next? Hello, Dan, Near J, Abd, Bom dia. All right, where's the market going next? Good morning, CR. Hey. Sorry for my mispronounced your name wrong again. All right, guys, I'm live on YouTube again. World War Bitcoin, head on over there. But okay, the market. We have been retesting this range. We have been in a range for 10 days with Bitcoin. Ireland, hello, Sarah. I have a cousin named Sarah who lives in Ireland. She's Portuguese. She's from Portugal, but she lives in Ireland. So anyway, I'm not selling 100% of my portfolio. What in the world are you talking about? 50%. And listen, after that, I'll be trading aggressively. But listen, we have been testing the bottom of this 10-day range very aggressively recently. We're right there now. I'm curious to see what happens when the stock market opens. Because yesterday, the GBTC selling dumped dramatically. It dropped dramatically, which is good. They're not selling as much. Genesis isn't selling as much GBTC shares. So it could be that we're just going to bounce right off this, but we're still way too hot lately. So the 20-day EMA, the 20-day EMA is at like $48,000 right now. Let me see that on my screen here. No, it's at $49,000. You know, and it's been 10 days that we've been ranging between $51,000 and $53,000, and yet the 20-day EMA is at $49,000. We at least need to have some kind of interaction with the 20-day EMA before going up. I've heard of Vulcan Forge. I don't have any thoughts on it. So, all right, I pronounced it perfectly. Good morning, Tim and other Tim, and good morning, Ogdog. Hey, V33. VRL could do how much X? I would say conservatively 10, but I could see it get to 50x, not 100x, but we'll see. AGIX prediction 5 something. It's on my spreadsheet in the links on my YouTube channel. AGIX 538. I don't have a Syncus price prediction. I would be blown away if Syncus did not peak over $100 million, and I could see it getting to $1 billion, but $100 million seems pretty that's a very conservative estimate. I have no problem buying Syncus under $100 million in market cap. Hey, what's up, Specialist? Good to see you. Render price prediction $35. Again, I am live on YouTube, World War Bitcoin. Jupiter, I'm not worried at all about Jupiter. I know they really haven't done much. They have too many, thanks for those roses. They have too many airdrops coming. You're getting nervous on ICP. My goodness, ICP is up 4x since October. Don't be nervous about ICP, not financial advice. Do you stake Syncus? Yes, I do. Yeah, for sure. Good morning, Alan. All right, I pronounced it perfect. Awesome. I'm surprised. What's going on YouTube here? All right, 20 concurrent views. Never mind. You guys are hopping in. I'm just surprised there aren't as many chats on YouTube. Near has now joined Quant in the dead coins. No, get out of here. Quant thoughts. I know Quant's been moving slowly. I think after a new all-time high for Bitcoin, it's going to pump like crazy. So, Jasmine dead? Have you looked at the chart recently? Jasmine did like a 5x within a week. What are you talking about? Is Jasmine dead? AO's pumped hard? Yes, it did. Yeah. Is there going to be a crash? Yes, absolutely. 100% there's going to be a crash. The question is when? Man, really, no new chats on YouTube right now. Somebody please comment on YouTube. I'm actually getting a little concerned that I'm missing comments on YouTube. All right, there we go. Never mind. Do you stake Syncus on the website? Yes, I do. Syncus.fi, yes. All right, hello. All right, good. Okay, thank you, everybody. I already said I've heard of Vulcan Forged. I just don't know much about it. So how do I send a YouTube live chat comment? I'm subbed on YouTube. You should be able to. Let me remove the requirement for subscribing. Give me 1 second, everybody. Oh my goodness. All right, I'll be with you all in a second here. Oh, I don't. All right, here we go. Anyone can comment on my YouTube video, on my YouTube channel. I would greatly appreciate a subscribe. Thoughts on Beam? Very bullish on Beam. 27-cent price target. How do you sell Syncus? You got to have 15% slippage. So, all right. Let's see. Hello, AJ. Just did. Okay. Exit Arbitrum before March unlocks. I think the lack of movement in Arbitrum is preparation for the March unlocks. I wouldn't be concerned about exiting, honestly. Hello, Rauf. Thoughts on Manta technology? Are you just talking about the Manta crypto? I really like Manta. When do you think new time high for Bitcoin will be? I've got nothing for you. I mean, I could see it. We're front running this bull run pretty hard. I could see it being soon. Like soon as in 2024 instead of 2025. Mint layer price prediction. I don't have one. 10 to 15x is possible. Yeah. All right. People should subscribe though. Yes. Thoughts on EGO? I don't know anything about EGO. Is it time to add more ICP to my bag? I've been saying yes for ICP. I mean, be patient. It did do a 4x, more than a 4x in a few months. It's like, give it some time. I mean, when was that big run up for ICP? We're talking this year, January. I much prefer YouTube. Yeah. Here from TikTok. All right. Capital Serge. Hello. Bitcoin is hovering around 51K, but link ICP AVAX. I'll bleed like crazy. Almost 20% since Monday. Why is that? What should I do? Tom, you're talking about cryptos that I don't own. Oh, ICP. ICP's been fine. All right. ICP lost the 20-day EMA, but it's going to bounce off the 50-day. What do you think of Casper? I've given up on Casper. And so Link AVAX, I'm not surprised. The ones that are moving right now are the really hot ones, you know, not Link and not AVAX. Where's AVAX right now? So AVAX 3651. AVAX isn't really doing that bad. Viot, I'm not too impressed with Viot, honestly. How did you start? Tell us your story in crypto. Sundance Kid, I'm not going to take the time to do that, but I really appreciate that. LCX, where's LCX right now? I haven't looked at the chart today. 25 cents. Again, I have a limit order set for 22 cents. If it breaks through the 618 retrace, I'd set a limit order for 34.5 cents. So no comments. Capital Surge. I don't know. Oh, all right. Thoughts. Yeah, already talked about Manta Technology. Hello, Teritmo. What do you mean slippage to sell? That's for certain cryptocurrencies. If a cryptocurrency has a buy tax or a sell tax, you've got to factor that into slippage. So like SafeMoon was a perfect example. SafeMoon had a 5% buy and sell tax, so you had to change slippage. There's like a little gear button on Uniswap, on PancakeSwap, whatever. You have to change slippage to 10% if they have a 5% buy and sell tax. So Mask, I don't know. I'm not paying attention to Mask. Sorry. Could you repeat about LCX? I have a 22-cent limit order set on LCX. And if it were to pump and not touch that, I would wait for a retest of the 618 retrace, which is a 34.5-cent LCX. All right, working now. I comment, do you see it? Yes, I do. All right, thoughts on EGO. Don't know anything about EGO. I heard XRP chart looks very bullish. Thoughts. I have a long opened on XRP. So people ask me, why are you bullish on XRP? I mean, we can see here, if I could draw a trend line here, that would be one thing. So, but this isn't the only reason, but there's a trend line, you know, looks like we're doing just fine bouncing off that with oh my goodness, with XRP, but also just what people are doing is they're analyzing the volume and looking at contractions with that, and saying that this thing's ready to rip, that it's just been within this tight range. If I were to pull up Bollinger Bands, you'd see a similar story, that it's ready to rip. So thoughts on Hex Pulse Chain? You know, I own some. I'm along for the ride. I'm not like in love with Hex and Pulse Chain, but realistic X gains by Syncus by the end of the year. End of the year? Anything can happen by the end of the year. I mean, all right, I talked with one of their founders. It was an okay conversation. There were some things that annoyed me and things that were like, this is cool, it's fine. They're absolutely convinced that they're going to $4 billion market cap. They're at, what, 30 million right now? That's more than a 100x. They're absolutely convinced. And so I'll take it as like, you know, I could see you doing 1/10 of that. Who knows? Maybe they could get to 4 billion. But I could see you doing 1/10 of that. I'll be unloading at 400 million market cap. That's more than a 10x from here. But I'll still hold some just in case, you know. Which Syncus is this? Syncus. AVAX versus Caspa. I'd go with Caspa for price action at least. What is your biggest bag, Bitcoin? Smart Layer Network. I don't have one. Again, for those of you on TikTok, I am live on YouTube. I don't think ICP is dropping to $11. No. Live on YouTube, World War Bitcoin. Head on over to YouTube. You can see my screen. I'm sharing my screen. Very curious for the market open today. But, man, we got to at least, come on, we got to have some interaction with a 20-day EMA there. So, do you think we're in a phantom alt season that will crash before we get the real thing in 2025? No. I don't. I could see, I would say worst case scenario for alts right now would be a retest of the 236 retrace on the total 3 market cap. Yeah, Ajax is killing it. Yep. I got 6 digits thanks to Pulse Chain, up and famous. All right. That sounds great. Just sold 11,000 XRP, about to split it into LCX and ICP. You might regret that, Blue, but you know, I understand. I very much understand. So, all right, where are we? Yesterday was a positive day for ETFs inflow, 60K soon. Yeah, I did look at that. Let me actually pull that up real quick. I just made a video yesterday, or not yesterday, on TikTok about that. So, AOs, bro, very bullish on AOs. Watch my video on YouTube. I give a price target, a $3.40 price target for AOs. And that was when AOs was at like 14, 15 cents. That was a pretty aggressive call for that. Follow me on Twitter, by the way, WW Bitcoin. So Ajax forecast 538 is my Ajax price target. Where am I? I need to save this website because I just keep on doing this. But all right, come on. Wait a second. I think I missed it. Here we go. All right. Fetch, very bullish on Fetch. $10.09 is my price target. I prefer Fetch over Ajax. The Singularity Net marketplace is underwhelming. Now that doesn't mean anything. You know, AI, there's so many potential catalysts for AI that what are we going to say? That because the Singularity Net marketplace is underwhelming, that Ajax is going to dump? No, Ajax is going to get a lot of hype. And so, all right, on my screen, for those of you watching on YouTube right now, I'm looking at the daily inflows and outflows for GBTC and for the other ETFs. And you can see here from February 14th, the day that that Genesis got the approval to unload their 1.6 billion position in Grayscale, you can see increased selling from Grayscale every day until yesterday when they went back to normal. And then you can see, you know, increased buying for some of these ETFs. And yesterday, February 21st, we saw the first negative flow for the spot Bitcoin ETFs. And this number isn't minus 35.6 Bitcoin. It's much greater than that. But then yesterday we went right back to the positive 251.4. So again, I'm very curious to see what happens when the stock market opens today. All right. Do you trade futures also? I mean, I do leverage a little bit, but I don't do futures. So do you think I'm being a coward not getting a loan to grab more crypto? No. Get out of here, man. You're being rational. Do not get a loan to buy more crypto. Do not. My goodness. Yeah, no, and I'm not saying it. Please, guys, don't be. This is not the time. The time was a year ago. This is not the time. The time was when everyone was afraid. Would you still DCA all AI coins after this recent run? I'd wait a little bit. I'd wait. You know, give it a month or so. Still a fan of OXN? Absolutely, yeah. Auto tokenomics looks interesting. Supply only increases on the first day of each year. I did not know that. That's very interesting. I'm not going to look that up, but that's yeah, okay. How can we find the spreadsheets? They're in the yeah, I took a 10 grand loan. No, you didn't. To buy Shin's Inu, Shiba Inu, you mean, or something? Shin's Inu. You can find this spreadsheet in the description of every one of my YouTube videos on World War Bitcoin, my YouTube channel. Do you see perspective for Bitcoin Layer 2s? Absolutely, yeah. Very bullish on Bitcoin Layer 2s. Can you add Flare, DSO, and Kusama to your price target list? I'm sorry, I'm not really interested in Flare. DSO is already on the list. I'll add Kusama though. I should have had it by now. Planet RWA coin. Don't know anything about it. XRP predictions: $3.02 at the peak of the bull run, and $1 within a month or so. ICP may be up 4x, but not for those who bought at 13. Some of us in the red numbers. Tom, don't chase. You know what do you want me to say? It's like the people who are up 4x, they bought when it was at $5 and then it went down to $3 and then $2.83 or something like that, whatever its bear market bottom was. And they were bored, they were sad, and then it ripped. And so you bought at $13 and it's at $12 right now. Oh, boo-hoo. Seriously, man. Like I have nothing. I have no disrespect or hate towards you at all. But like, chill out, man. It's you know, the people, listen, crypto seems very exciting every day. It feels like there's always something going on, that you're always going to be getting these huge gains tomorrow, and tomorrow might be too late. So today. But really, the real name of the game when it comes to crypto is surviving the chop, surviving the boredom, which right now ICP is very boring, but there's going to come a day when you will have not regretted buying at $13. Not Gemini, Genesis. I meant to say Genesis. I didn't mean to say Gemini. Do you think Mana will crush it when gamer section takes off, and when do you think gaming section will come back? I think Metaverse will do very well after new Bitcoin all-time high. That's a euphoria play. You know, let people dream about Ready Player One again. So, Alex, are you so smart? My parents are smart. They both went to Ivy League schools. I'm a disappointment in that regard. I did not go to an Ivy League school, so there's that. Do you think Injective is going to make new highs soon? Yes. Yeah, you got to survive the chop, but yes. When do you see Bitcoin breaking 53K? Good question. Oh man, I don't know. I'm not one of these people that's sitting here saying that Bitcoin's going to hit a new all-time high before the next halving, which is in 2 months. Is the weekend going to be green for alts? It depends on Friday. Weekends are very low volatility times. So my guess would be 53K, break 53K before the halving. But I could very much see us just chop below 53K. So any thoughts on near 20-day and 50-day just cross? Let's see. I'm not worried about it. I mean, if Bitcoin rips, the near is going to... Oh, 20-day and 50-day crossed to the bullish side recently. This is a good price to buy, $2.93, if you see it go there. All right, guys, live on YouTube, World War Bitcoin. I cannot answer every question on TikTok here, but I am live on YouTube. I got nothing for you on Soulflare. I'm sorry about that. Again, Artemio, nothing's going on with Gemini. Genesis. Let's see. Thoughts on Tia, Celestia. Do not touch Celestia. After October 30th. My price target is $67.55, and I will gladly hold until October 30th, but then after I'm selling, they have massive unlocks coming. So thank you for that super chat. I'm just now seeing that. What's your biggest altcoin holding, Bitcoin excluded? I don't, aside from Bitcoin, I don't own $10,000 of any one crypto. It might be Ethereum, but excuse me. H, send me a message. I can't respond to that now. But it might be one of these cryptocurrencies that I talked about in a video yesterday where I've seen multiple X returns. It's either like Syncus or AXGT. It might be one of those two. My holdings are pretty high on those. So let's see. Superverse price prediction. I'm sorry to say I don't have one. I'm just very bullish on it. I'll get to that eventually. Shrap and Metal, any gaming are gaming tokens that ripped. Guns is unreleased yet. You might like to give a look. Eventually are. How's Cody looking, brother? I don't know, but I do have a Cody video coming. Patience, please. ICP thoughts at the moment. I'd be loading up. Spell token just moon, super low market cap. Any thoughts? I do not own any Spell token. I have not looked into it at all. So will Algo run or should I drop it? It's not putting in a new all-time high, but there's plenty of room between now and the all-time high. I like Algorand as a bear market play for the following bear market. Am I looking at the right cryptocurrency? Okay, all right. I see what you're saying here. So it's down big time from its peak. Casper prediction, $1.07. Head on over to YouTube, World War Bitcoin. I made a video on that. Spell token is a reward token associated with Abracadabra Money, a lending platform that uses token. Okay. I'll look into it eventually, but not right now. Do you have a limit order in place to buy back into Render? Not yet. Nope. And maybe I won't. So what's a good entry price on Fetch? Good luck with that. VVS, I'm done with VVS. They were so inflationary. That price I'd be shocked if it did a 236 retrace. I mean, for Fetch, you've at least got to wait for the 20-day EMA. You still have the same prediction for Render and Fetch, even though they pump so hard? Yes, absolutely. Yes. All right, sent you a message. Thank you, H. All right, you got to at least wait for the 20-day. Wait for the 20-day to come up or wait for the price to come down with Fetch. This is not a price to be buying in for Fetch. So, hi, guys. What AI project are you most bullish on? I'd still say Chlor, Chlor.ai. What are your feelings on BitTensor? How high do you think it'll go during the bull run? My price target is $2,761, which, I did give that price target at when Tau was at 200 something, $28 billion market cap. I'm still sticking with that, even though it's at $600 right now. Have you seen the microcap Realio? Yes. Yeah, I like it. What's your target price for ADA in the bull run? You can see my targets, my spreadsheets in the description of every video on my YouTube channel here. And it's $4.86. So injective or near short term, I'd say injective. Do you think it would be possible to do a live or reach out and speak to the Clore AI team? I have no idea. Maybe I can send them a message on Twitter. They might be interested in that, but I'm kind of small potatoes here still. So you're welcome. That's what I thought. Okay. Can you add Demo and NCT to your list in XYO? XYO should be on the list already. Demo, I know I've been getting a lot of questions about Demo. So let me add it to the secondary list here. I'll get to it. I get lots of requests. And the other one, we'll see eventually. ICP or Polygon ICP. I bought Ajax at 20 cents for $10,000. That's awesome, man. You saw 3.5x on that. What about AMP? AMP, play for the retrace. I don't think it's going to hit a new all-time high. Caspa, Jasmy, Pendle, guys, YouTube, World War Bitcoin. I've made a lot of effort to make videos every day, price target videos every day at 6 a.m. Eastern time. I've given price targets for those already. Jasmy is 11.5 cents. Caspa is $1.07. And what was the other one? Pendle. Pendle is $57. So can you give me your best BRC20 project? I don't know. There's lots and lots of intriguing ones, So I own some Bitcoin Layer 2s. I need to do much more of a deep dive on Bitcoin Layer 2s and BRC20s to find the best one. It seems like a gold mine to me. When's the time to pull some Bitcoin for alts? I've already been doing that. I mean, well, I shouldn't say I've been doing that. I haven't sold my Bitcoin, but I sold my Bitcoin miners with the intention of putting them into alts. And the reason being, this price action in the total 3 market cap is the same as what we saw in January of 2020. January of 2021, 3 months before that big euphoria peak. Do I panic sell my link? No. Render, AOs, say, fetch, dump, or hold. Hold on to your winners. Take profits for sure, not financial advice. But what do you think of Moon? I don't know anything about Moon. When is the time to pull? Yeah, answered that. Hi, boss. Could you mention Bitcoin Layer 2's token more X potential? I'll get to that. Yeah. RSC is on the list. Oh my goodness, where am I? Oh, thank you, Finster, for another super chat there. Can you please check MDT? It's an AI coin. I'm not going to look into coins I don't know about right now. I'm trying to keep up as much as possible with this chat. It's scorching hot right now. World token, I know it's been pumping like crazy. It certainly can do more. I just haven't looked into it. It's already over $1 billion market cap. I'd rather go smaller for AI, even though I have Tau. So possible for a 20 to 30% pullback before the halving. It certainly is. We haven't touched the bull market support band in 3 months, almost 4 months actually now, more than 4 months. So it's certainly possible. I've just been saying, because of the accumulation with the spot Bitcoin ETFs, that I think that's going to be minimal. It's going to be pretty minimal, the dips. So until that changes, I think that's the name of the game. So do you have any videos on how to take profits? I haven't. No, AJ. I need more of a system in place. I have not made any videos. Recently started taking out 5 to 10% of shares when I'm up 10 to 20% in the day week, but I do not have a great plan for taking profits up 2x, 3x. Listen, all right, here's one thing that I'll say about taking profits. If you are up 3x on any crypto, it doesn't matter when. If you're up 3x, not financial advice, my opinion, and I hold this with very high conviction, you should at least have your initials taken out by then. Take out your initials. And after that, it's just you're winning. And you have, two times more dollar amount than when you initially invested still in there. So Is Ajax almost done pumping? It might be. Jasmy is the ADA of this run. So you're saying 150x from bear market bottom? Maybe. Would you rather have a Fed hike than a cut? You know, if you're going to force me to choose one of the two, I don't have a core prediction. I'm just very bullish on it. If you were to force me to choose one of the two, I guess I would say a hike. A hike is a sign of, well, all right, it's a sign of inflation, you know, that they're trying to combat inflation, but it might be a sign, it's either that or it's a sign of health in the economy. A cut is a sign that they're seeing things on the horizon that aren't really pretty. So I guess if you bought maybe 300 of Syncus or AXGT 2 months ago, would you buy more now or wait a month? I would have no problem buying AXGT right now. And honestly, same for Syncus. I think they're both looking good. So again, if you're having trouble, I have a video about Chlor. Yeah, I talked about it with a couple other ones. If you want me to respond to your comment, head on over to YouTube. I'm trying to respond to every comment there. World War Bitcoin. ICP is at a stoplight. I'm not worried about it, but I'm glad that you guys are getting more and more frustrated with ICP. That makes me want to buy more. Can you add RSC to your other list, a DeSci token with 100x potential? I will. That's what you need to tell me. RSC, I'll add it. It's on the other list now. All right. Pendle, what about it? I know that Pendle has finally cooled off a little bit. So Pendle. You know, it bounced off the 50-day EMA, broke through that uptrend. What's it going to have? You know, could it do? I don't know. I'm just bullish on Pendle. I have a $57 price target for Pendle. So let's see. VXV thoughts. I'm not interested in VXV. I think it's vaporware. Can it do a retrace of any significance? It certainly can. You know, what is that? Thank you for that gold mine. Wow, I've never seen one of those before. Really appreciate that. I'm gonna, yeah, thanks a lot. Please check EDAT. What is that? Yeah, I'd rather buy other AI cryptos than vector space. Honestly, that's just my opinion. All right, okay. So you asked me to check this out. I'm seeing 141,000 volume. I'm not seeing anything. I mean, this looks like it looks like I clicked on the right one. It looks okay. It's not brand new. I've got nothing for you, man. This looks not good. I'm just looking at the chart. It's an ugly chart with very low volume. So OXO AI, very bullish on that, yeah. Vet or Jasmy from here? I'd say Jasmy. Injective or ICP? I can't choose between the two because staking Injective for the airdrops, you know? Bitcoin March prediction, bullish is my general thought. Again, I've been saying I am bullish for the next 3 months, and I'll reevaluate in May. So, will DED revive DOT? I don't know what DED is. AO is good buy right now. The other deadness? No. All right, I don't know. I don't know if that's going to revive DOT. I don't know which one it is. So, AOs. Prisma, haven't looked into Prisma. Thank you. I like the Real World Project. Okay. Well, thank you for that that gift. All right. Again, for these AI cryptos, man, you've got to at least wait for the 20-day EMA. At least. Not right now buying it, you're probably going to lose. Now, can it go higher? It can certainly go much higher. I mean, look at Ajax. My goodness. It can certainly go much higher, but this is the same. It's the same thing over and over again with these cryptocurrencies. You know, 2 weeks ago, I know I get a lot of questions about AOs and about Ajax, And 2 weeks ago, you probably were despairing about those cryptocurrencies. Now you want to buy them. And you've just got to have a different mindset. Here we are. I want to buy ICP. I want to buy Injective. You want to buy the ones that did like Ajax, almost a 4x within a span of 2 weeks. That's what you want to buy. And you've got to flip this around, guys, please. All right, anyway. Any price prediction for Myria and Chlor? Nope. Just bullish on it. I know you guys want me to do a price prediction for those. It's more difficult. No, actually, I did a price prediction for Myria. So my price prediction for Myria is 20 cents, 19.75 cents. Chlor, it's too difficult to give you a price prediction. I'm trying to analyze and to look at data and historic data, and Chlor is a newer cryptocurrency with a very small market cap. So I've got to be principled on that I'm not just going to pull some random number out of my head. Thoughts on band and predictions? I've got nothing, sorry. Dude, March is historically red and you're bullish. If anything, we got the correction. Maybe we do. But I mean, like, if you're looking at 2020, that was an outlier. I'm bullish for the next 3 months. That doesn't mean that March is going to be this up-only month. I'm just generally bullish. If we have more opportunities to accumulate in March, good. I'm perfectly fine with that. Yeah, nothing for band. Where can I buy Chlor AI? I know you can buy it on MEXC. Price prediction for AXGT when? Never. Never. It launched a week ago. I'm not doing a price prediction for a cryptocurrency that launched a week ago. So, yeah, World War Bitcoin, ATOR protocol for DePIN narrative. I really like ATOR. I don't own any. I did a brief review on my TikTok here, so check that out. But again, guys, I'm live on YouTube on World War Bitcoin. Hit the subscribe button. Go over there. When is render or fetch going down? It could be any day. You know, it could be the chop. LCX is another one. You know, guys, LCX went crazy. You guys wanted to buy. You wanted me to ask. You know, you're asking all about LCX, and I was like, don't buy LCX. Oh man, I'm so far behind. Do you think we are in a bull run? We've been in a bull run for a while now. Yes. Thoughts on GLQ? I've got nothing. Do you have a list of small cap cryptos you're looking at? Yeah, my secondary list here. So there's the list. I'll be looking at all of those. All right. XLM, I'm not touching XLM right now. Has there been fake Alexes on TikTok sending messages to add on Telegram? Most likely, yes. I can't do anything about the fake World War Bitcoin accounts. It would be nice if it got verified, if I could get verified, but, you know, nope. This is the only Alex Costa account, except I have a backup where I'll occasionally post videos of my kids or something. But thoughts on XRP? I think XRP is going to $3.02. I think it's going to be at over $1 pretty soon. Is ICP a good buy right now? I believe ICP is a great buy, but you know, lots of people are bored with ICP. Thoughts on Honey? I just made a video today on my YouTube channel here. Honey, Hive Mapper, 94 cents is my price target. I really, really wanted to like Honey. I don't like it. I don't like it. And if you want to understand why, watch my video that I just made. Made it here. I joined Brad. Good to see you. If we are predicting some of these alts to 5x, is it a bad idea to get in now while I still have room to 5x conservatively? It's not a bad idea. We could rip at any point. Just honestly, I would wait a little bit on these AI cryptos. So, all right. Any gems you're looking at? I'll give you some. Call Hub. It's at a $1.9 million market cap. I'm looking at that. DGI, that's a gaming one. It's at a $16 million market cap. And there's somebody who, there's a message I got on X. I have no problem pulling this up, who the message is from. So Humanized.ai. I'm curious about this one. They're in the pre-sale mode. So let's see, Humanized.ai. And maybe I'll do a promotion for them, maybe not. I have no problem being open with you on that. They renounced their contract, so you're not going to have to worry about like that. This would be some kind of pump and dump or a rug pull. Humanize.ai, you can find them on X, humanize_AI. I still, listen, I need to do research. The fact that they renounced their contract and that they're in pre-sale mode is what has me interested in this, especially because the last pre-sale that I bought into did a 30x. And so now, and then the last pre-sale I bought into before then did did more than a 30. No, it didn't do a 30x. It did, like a 15x. So we'll see. I need to do more research on that. So aleph.im thoughts. I got nothing. Sorry. And I'm sorry. Yeah, I know you've been waiting for a while. I really do apologize on that. I'm just trying to move faster here. Your thoughts on Bitcoin Cash? I like Bitcoin Cash fundamentally. I'll say that. I like it a lot more than I used to. I don't think it's trash anymore. People in third world countries really utilize Bitcoin Crash. Maybe that was a Freudian slip. Thoughts on Zay? I like it until July. Thoughts on Track? I haven't looked into Track. I really need to. I know. Injective. I love Injective. It's one of my top 5 cryptos, top 5 larger cap cryptos right now. I have XLM, Algo, and XRP. None of them are doing stuff. When will these explode? Brad, I think actually pretty soon with those. I would hold on for like a month and a half or 2 months. If they're still flat by then, time to get out. Theta, don't have a price prediction. Dynex, I really like Dynex. Thank you very much for your answer. You made my day nicer. Okay, I don't even remember what I said. Okay. Oh yeah, Tom. Yes, I do remember. Total crypto market cap at 2025. 2025, who knows? We might be front running this thing. My total crypto market cap peak prediction is $7 trillion. Right now we're at 1.9 trillion. I've not done research on Cybria, sorry. Good morning. Isn't ARB having a coin drop soon? Yes, Ryan. Yeah. Thanks for everything you do and share with us. What's your opinion about Casta on the Polygon network? Casta. Sorry, Argon. I don't know anything about Casta. You like Viot for small cap AI play? I do not. No, I would. I no. Did their Twitter get hacked? There was something. I think somebody created a fake Twitter account, but they're back. They're fine. So I looked at Viot yesterday. I know it's smaller cap AI, so it can do well. I'm just curious as to why it's not keeping up with the Joneses, so to speak. Thoughts on band and price? I already talked about that. I don't know. Thoughts on injective pumping from 33 to 50 in the next month? I could see that happening. Yeah. All right, Chain GPT, haven't looked into it. I know it's like it's AI, and AI is kind of like throw a dart at a dartboard season right now. So $1,000 to spend. What are you buying? If there's risk, I'd be buying something under $10 million market cap right now. Just stay tuned. I'm going to be making some videos on my TikTok here. So let's see. Thoughts on Rio? Very small cap RWA. I think Rio can do very well. RWA, I project a $50 billion market cap for RWA cryptos. It's right now a little under $3 billion. So Rio can certainly gain some of that. Mint layer prospects, very bullish. I talked about mint layer a ton, very bullish. I own some, 10x, 20x. We'll see. XLM price prediction. I think it's just going to do a triple peak, go back to its previous all-time high. Any prediction from Miria and Chlor? Talked about that already. In your opinion, what's the most bullish project on your list? I don't know. I don't know. So anything can happen. Right now, AI seems to be king when it comes to narratives. If we're going to have NVIDIA being the center of the stock market, what we're seeing right now is these AI cryptos. Every time NVIDIA has earnings, there's at least buy the rumor, sell the news potential. We just had earnings a couple of days ago, and these AI cryptos have gone crazy. And then NVIDIA posted good earnings, and the AI cryptos went even crazier. And then 3 months from now, the same thing is probably going to happen. And then if NVIDIA posts good earnings again, then the same thing is going to happen 6 months from now. So, and that's just one thing with AI. It's like, I called it the opposite of death by 1,000 cuts. It's like life by 1,000,000 elixirs. Still have the same opinion on Pith for 2025? Yes. Yeah. ENS, I don't care about ENS. I don't know what to say. I have not looked at a chart. It's just not on my radar. Can Origin Trail get back to all-time high? I would guess so. Let's see. Do you see ICX pumping this month? ICX, you're talking about ICP? Again, for those of you on TikTok, I am live on YouTube. World War Bitcoin. I'm trying as hard. I can't even keep up with the comments on YouTube. I might have to revert to subscriber-only comments here, and I do apologize for that, but we'll see. All right, Origin Trail. Oh, yeah. Yeah, easily. Origin Trail, for sure. Could the bull market top happen in 2024? Absolutely. Yes, it can. We're front-running this pretty hard. After a pump, can you buy and wait while in a loss, or can you wait and buy without owning but not losing? Oh, that's a comment. Never mind. Yes. If I have no life, the more diversified, the better. Yes. If you have no life, you have a lot of alone time, a lot of free time, then the more diversified, the better. Yep. Thoughts on Flux? That video is coming very soon on my YouTube channel here, World War Bitcoin. Head on over there, hit the subscribe button. A week or two. Are you bullish on AMP? Yes. I own some AMP. I am not holding for a new all-time high with AMP. I'm playing the retrace. Lots of money to be made in the retrace. So you're welcome on Miria. You think Litecoin is going to gain some traction? So dead right now. Now is the time for new and sexy, for AI, for Bitcoin Layer 2s, BRC20, for RWA, things like that. When retail returns, when the people who don't know a lick about crypto come back, they're going to be buying the cryptos they know, they're familiar with. They're going to be buying Litecoin. They're going to be buying Dogecoin, XRP, maybe Cardano. So yeah, AI is still pumping today. It's going to cool off. Would you say the whole market, Bitcoin and alts, are just moving sideways, crabbish within some kind of 10% up and down range? It certainly looks like that. I mean, looking at Bitcoin at least, that's exactly what happened. What's happened? 10 days, literally 10 days. So here we go. 10 days. It's not quite 10 days. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry, 9 days. 9 days. Check uni price, $9. Cool, man. Cool. That's so cool. Thoughts on Swap and Dual pumping hard today? Is Dual pumping? I got to go to CoinGecko for Dual. I still need to look into Swap. So, do you have a pretty consistent schedule on TikTok? I try to go live every morning. Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll get to my office around 8:30, and then the first thing I'll do is I'll make a TikTok, and then I'll try to go live right after I publish that TikTok. And then after the live stream, I'll make a YouTube video, and I'll work on my price target video for the next morning at 6 a.m. So pretty consistent. So Dual up 14.9%. It's still, we still have some time with Dual. Swap, I really need to stop delaying with this. So, all right, up 17.4%. I have no idea how old this is. All right, launched late December. A groundbreaking protocol. So I'm assuming a swap, right? So a fusion of the BRC20 standard and ordinals. I mean, this should do very well. So, yes, live on YouTube, World War Bitcoin. Difference between number X and number percent to take profit. 3X, which is what, 200%? Let's see. Render will be a top 5 this cycle. Top 5 in market cap? That would be wild. I do not have that same projection, but I really like Render. I like Render for this decade. I like Render for this bull run. And my thing with Render is, okay, market cap of 4.236 retrace would be $5 billion. I think Render is going much higher than $5 billion, but that's pretty significant as it is right there. But then, and that would be a $12 Render. but then a 4.236 retrace in price would be about $35. And that is a $15 billion market cap. So that wouldn't put it in the top 5. But Solana up to $200. I have a price target for Solana of $694. All right, let's see. Yeah, you guys are asking the same questions over and over again. It's making it much harder for me. Can you make a video on how to exit and take profits? Eventually, but not right now. What's your thoughts on mining Pi with your phone? Some people are telling me that Pi is live and that it's used for something. Thank you, Tony, for that gift. Price prediction for Helium Mobile, I've got nothing. I gave up mining Pi. Thank you, Highlander. Is there a specific price for Bitcoin to reach for you to fully exit, like 200K or higher? I'll never fully exit Bitcoin. I'll always want to hold some Bitcoin. 155,000 is my price target under a normal bull run scenario. I'd be fairly out by then, but it's really hard for me to sell Bitcoin. It's so hard for me to sell Bitcoin. Anything else, it's easy for me to sell. Any thoughts for Filecoin? Filecoin is very highly inflationary. If Filecoin's all-time high is $175. If it gets to $20, its market cap will hit a new all-time high. Somebody wants to bet me that Filecoin will go to $50. I don't think it will. Which, could it happen? Sure. But $100, no. Do you have a published list of your price targets? I mean, this is available. And this spreadsheet is. So you love Bitcoin. It's a S coin. Right. Okay. Price prediction for Atom. That's coming soon. I'm not super bullish on Atom. I love the Cosmos ecosystem, but the Atom coin, no. I'll take that bet. I'm not betting anyone. Didn't AGX answer that already? Guys, you got to stop spamming. Stop spamming, please. Please add Uniswap. I will add Uniswap because it's a large market cap crypto. I just think Uniswap is going up with the rest of the market. Thank you for that rose there. VeChain, 33 cents is my price target. You're welcome, Brad. Hi, Alex. Oh, Untexas, thank you for that super chat there. Really appreciate that. Oh, man. All right. Where am I? Appreciate all your help. Best person to follow. Can you do more videos on pre-sale recommendations when you have them? I got into AXGT but didn't know about it until after pre-sale. Yeah, I'll do videos. You know, you got to be very selective with that. And I don't spend a lot of time looking into pre-sales, but I'll do some videos on that for sure. Thoughts on Filecoin or deep in prediction suggestions? AO's VRA. How about that? So what are we doing here? The day time frame chart and injective is looking like a bullish flag. Is it safe to assume set up around $33 to $32 injective? I did see that. I mean, the day chart, you know, it moves slowly. It's every day. So what about good old ADA? $4.86 is my price target. Oh, no. That looks like a bull flag to me, but it's been looking like a bull flag for a while. So that's why I'm saying get into injective. It's the same thing. Like I said, when LCX was pumping like crazy, all you wanted to do was buy LCX, and I was like, buy Kaspa. And then Kaspa doubled, but you wanted LCX. Any expectations for ICP? Buy ICP. Don't buy AI right now. Not financial advice. I know you want to buy AI. Buy internet computer. Not financial advice. Buy injective. Buy LCX now. Okay? If you had to stick with 3 cryptos, what would you hold? I'd want to throw some risk in there. Either injective or ICP. I would go with Chlor AI and maybe even another AI play, or maybe I'd go with Pendle. Absolutely Pendle. What do you think of Brilliant at the moment? I don't think much of it, honestly. So I did a brief review on it. I wasn't impressed. Can it do well? Sure. But what is X token? Is it worth looking at? I don't know what X token is. Will Bitcoin be a safe haven like gold in the event of a stock market crash? No. No, Bitcoin will crash. Eventually, Bitcoin will be a safe haven. But if the stock market crashes, Bitcoin's going to crash too. You know, I've seen people project. I've seen multiple people, not just one person who most of you are probably thinking about right now. I've seen multiple people call for an 80% crash in the stock market. If that happens, Bitcoin will go under $10,000, excuse me, not $10, under $10,000. If that were to happen right now. Now, let's say Bitcoin got up to $155,000 or $200,000. I would not be calling for sub $10,000 Bitcoin. But if it happened right now, 80% crash in the stock market, we'd see Bitcoin under $10,000. The Joker, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you guys. ICP or Pendle? Pendle is my highest. Pendle might be my highest conviction play in all of crypto, aside from Bitcoin. Honestly, I mean, Bitcoin in terms of X's right now, that's not like whatever. Not conviction long term. It's Bitcoin. Pendle right now, when it comes to my confidence in the kind of gains that you can get, is my highest conviction play. Lots of things will outperform Pendle. Pendle has a very large market cap. Well, under $1 billion, but still. Is injective an AI narrative? I don't think so. No, it's not. NVIDIA literally just crossed $2 trillion market cap. Yeah, listen, that's pretty significant. You put Pendle above Tau. Yes, I do. Thank you for those roses. I do love Tau. It's not too late to buy Pendle. I think now's a good time to buy Pendle, actually. NVIDIA is worth $2 trillion. The entire crypto market cap is worth $1.9 trillion. There's room to go higher for the crypto market cap. What's the tag for Pendle? Pendle. Alex, any comments on Trump's mention of Bitcoin last night? I didn't know it happened. I have no idea. Nope. I didn't know I don't know what he said. VRA, goodbye now or wait. And thanks for always answering my questions. VRA. Again, TikTok, I am live on YouTube, World War Bitcoin. Head on over there. I'm trying to answer every question there. I can't keep up with the chat on TikTok. I can barely keep up with it on YouTube right now. So VRA looks fine. You know, it's just chopping. It's been chopping for a while. This fib chart's old. I'm just going to delete that. I don't know what to say about VRA. It'll be fine. Magic. Have not looked at Magic in a while. Magic. What is Magic up to? Magic looks okay. You know, that's an old fib chart. Pay no attention to it. It's at the top of the volume. It got rejected at the top of the volume profile, which I don't do volume much. I really need to do it more. YouTube's kind of old, bro. I like YouTube. I mean, it's in an uptrend. You can see the ascending channel there. I wouldn't be surprised if it just kept riding that for a while, but you got to be careful because of the top of the volume there. Thanks for doing what you're doing. Thank you on Texas. You got to check out OCAI, Layer 1, AI Play, 1 million market cap with mainnet out, without mainnet out. I got to check into that for sure. On-chain AI. Let's see, what else? Thoughts on Proppy, small cap, RWA, bullish in that regard. NNN Cloud, don't know anything about it. Maybe we'll see, you know. All right, $1.5 million market cap, on-chain AI, high-performance layer 1 network with an integrated AI chatbot module that will facilitate the development of all kind of Web3 dApps from conception to deployment. I mean, it's pretty generic language there, but you have me at $1.5 million market cap for sure. ICP 500x win. Oh, man. 500x for ICP? $1 trillion market cap? Not quite a trillion. Wait, yeah, that would be over. I don't know. 100x would be $1 trillion. Yeah, that'd be $5 trillion market cap. Yeah, good luck with that. Long-term predictions for ICP or short-term? I think ICP is getting ready for the next leg up. My price target's $223.40. Any thoughts on Planet and RWA? Been getting a lot of questions about that. Flare, please. I'm sorry. I know I've got nothing for you. That should be on the price target list. Let me add it. So it's coming. Flare. Let's see. Chart looks good. Planet, where you can get it on PancakeSwap. Okay. Ooh. All right. I mean, it's a small win, right? You don't have to pay $60 in Ethereum gas fees to get this thing. It's on Bitmart. You can if you want, but I'd rather not pay $50 in Ethereum gas fees. It's stupid Ethereum gas fees, man. All right, Planet Refi, one of the pioneers under Refi, is partnering with the world's biggest celebrities. I don't like that part of it, including RWAs to Web3. This initiative is not just about innovation, it's about disruption. Targeting the massive $300 billion green tech market by bringing real-life experiences to global fans. I'll look into it more. I'm thrown off by the whole celebrity thing. Your Casper predictions, $1.07. It can certainly go to $2, yeah. Thoughts on Rollbit? For personal reasons, I do not invest in gambling cryptocurrencies, but gambling can do very well. I have not charted a single gambling blockchain crypto, and it can do well. So, do you do private calls, meetings? Oh man, I technically, I'm not opposed to it. I'm telling you, man, I hate talking on the phone. If I were to die and go to hell for me would be the anticipation of getting on a phone call with somebody that I've never met. It's just not even the talking on the phone. It would just be it would just nonstop anticipation of getting on a phone call. Purify 100, I have no idea. All right, I mean, this is probably going to do well. Rollbit. But you know what? I'm not going to I'm going to go to heaven when I die. Yeah, I'll go to heaven. Oh, don't do it. You're talking about don't do phone calls. Price target for Uniswap. It's going to go up as the market goes up. New all-time high. That's all I'll say. I come from a big family, way to juggle, and see you in heaven. All right. Dymo thoughts. Don't know enough. Good morning, Scott. Thoughts on Stellar. Also between Sui, Say, Tia, or Render, what should I pick? Render. That is such an easy choice. And I do like Sui. I like Celestia. Tokenomics issues with those. And I'm not a huge fan of Say. So, opinion on Cello. I've cut off Cello. I bought $1,000 Cello, sold it for $930. I'm done. I don't care. So far behind. Sorry about that. I want to thank you for your dedication to your community, for making people financially free. Well, thank you to Joker. I guarantee you, I get a lot of nice comments now, and no matter what, even if I'm 100% perfect, which I won't be, those comments will turn very cruel at one point. So I appreciate the nice comments now. You should be charging us. You could subscribe, on TikTok for $5.99. I am going to be converting the TikTok live stream to a subscriber only for in a little bit here. But you can always hop on over to YouTube, World War Bitcoin. I will remain live there for a while. So is buying Bitcoin versus the ETF, is there a difference in profits? I don't think so. I have not looked into the ETFs. I have no interest in buying them. You're welcome for the fetch recommendation. All right. Thank you, Big Jerome, for that heart. SH Ping is coming to life. All right. Not going to look at it right now, but cool. Would be amazing if you could do any of these. AKT, Manta, XLM, Pan, Super, Ondo, Azero, ACH, and NTRN. Ondo is, I think, tomorrow. No, in 2 days. I'm doing Ondo in 2 days. So I got that for you. Thank you, everybody, for that love. What's an ideal buy for Chlor? It's hard to say. So I know Chlor has been doing very well. And it's so you got to be patient. At least wait for a move to the EMA. You know, here's something. Okay, looking at the Chlor chart. Hello, Timber. Chlor chart here. Cup. That is quite a cup right there. So do we see handle? I could see that. Handle down to the 786 retrace here. And then next move up. So maybe that's your price point. 23, about 23 cents. All right. Do you have thoughts on Stacks? I gave a price target on Stacks. It wasn't all that higher than what it is now, $11.67. Stacks needs to cool off. I know it's been scorching hot. So, and I think it is kind of cooling off right now. I'd wait a little bit. Do we see a retest of this? I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think. You know, $2.09. Is it possible? You know what? You know what I'll actually say? 50-day EMA. Wait for the 50-day EMA with Stacks. So, any prediction on a zero? No. I'm not a huge fan of Aleph Zero, honestly. So, still bullish on AI cryptos. I think we need to cool off on AI for a little bit. What do you think about the price? Yeah, Stacks this bull run. I answered that. Thoughts on people saying that after ETF, it's basically impossible a 30 to 40K Bitcoin anymore? I strongly disagree with that. I could absolutely see Bitcoin go to 30 or 40K at some point. We could, I mean, yeah, I think we will see Bitcoin in the 30s again. Is it next bear market? It could be. But, you know, there were people, I remember when we crossed $20,000 for Bitcoin, if you asked me, I would have said, there's no way Bitcoin will ever go back under $20,000. And then look what happened. Price prediction for Pendle, $57. But you got to think about all right, there's minor capitulation at the end of every bear market. That signifies the end. And right now, with 900 Bitcoin mined per day, it costs about $20,000 to $25,000 on average to mine Bitcoin. There is usually a point in the following bear market which we already have seen, where it becomes for the average miner, if they were to continue mining Bitcoin, they would lose money. And so, so that's probably that. I think that would most likely still happen next bear market. And so, if it's $25,000 to $50,000, $20,000 to $25,000 now to mine Bitcoin, after the next halving, that bottom line goes up to $40,000 to $50,000. Which means if we were to see another minor capitulation next bear market, we would see Bitcoin under $40,000. So difference between render and ERC token, there's lots of options to buy, lots of different cryptocurrencies. I would not worry about it a little bit. Pendle is still a 20x. Yes, good time. Yeah. Can you look at PNG chart real quick? I'm sorry, Adam. I'm so far behind. I'm gonna plow through these questions. Top low cap to buy 100x. Get out of here, man. I like VRA, but its price action never makes sense to me. VRA probably going to be Euphoria. After Euphoria comes, VRA is going to explode. Would you say the whole market, Bitcoin and alts, are just moving sideways? Yeah, I answered that a long time ago. Oh my goodness, that's how far behind I am. Thoughts on Shido Coin? I like it. I do. I like it fundamentally. I think you can do very well. Thank you, Daniel. AXS and Illuvium price prediction bull, please. I did a video on Illuvium already. $1,000, not a new all-time high. AXS, not a new all-time high. Play to earn games that are older like that, there's very little chance because of they have to be highly inflationary with their tokenomics. So, bro, thanks for everything. What are your thoughts on Veil? I really like Veil. I am rooting for Veil. Veil could be an option, a legit option to bypass these insane gas fees. If you guys would just look into Veil Finance and use them, please, please at least look into Veil Finance and look at what they're offering so that we could just be done with these insane gas fees. Koval sub 2 cents all-time high, 95 cents under 22 million market cap. So many possibilities. That looks interesting. Thoughts on Flare? Yep, nope, nothing. Have not looked into it enough. Circuits of value. At what price will Render start to crash? Not for a while, I don't think. Z-Clink going to be a good project. Got nothing for you. VRL 100x easily. So a $600 million market cap. Probably it would have to be over $1 billion in market cap. I really like VRL. I like it. I know that VRL has been controversial with my channel as people have brought up concerns, and I've addressed those concerns. I like VRL, but 100x, man. All right, so this is really old. It put in a higher high last bull run. That's good to see. This is it? Koval? Oh, wait. Yeah, sub 2 cents. Yeah. We'll see. Oh, wait. 90, it doesn't say 95 cents on here, though. I don't have a VRL price prediction. 2K left to invest. Where to put it in your opinion? Chlor.ai. How about Chlor, Render, and Pendle? And then another time somebody asked me that question, I'll say a different cryptocurrency, honestly. All right, guys, for those of you on TikTok, I am ending the basic live stream on TikTok. I'm still live on YouTube, World War Bitcoin. Head over there. I'm going to plow through the comments there, and I'm turning this live stream into a subscriber-only live stream. You'll only get a 6-minute preview, so you've got to head over to YouTube, World War Bitcoin. Okay. Z-Clink, good project. Opinion on Data Lake. I like it. I have not looked into it fundamentally, but I do like it. So I haven't looked into it a ton, at least. I haven't done a deep dive on it. It's very intriguing to me. LCX or IMX? LCX, easy. IMX doesn't have much higher to go, in my opinion. So what's going on with Uniswap? I heard it's $9 today. It's like, cool. Oh, $10 now. All right. It's time. It's due. But again, I still think Uniswap is just going to go with the rest of the market. So DSI is going to be big as well. Yeah, definitely. Injective price prediction, $332, something like that. So Matic's doing okay. You know, people still want narrative grabbers. Matic's not really a narrative grabber, but I know it's doing pretty well. I give a $7.86 price target for Matic. Can you do a video on humanized AI? Looks promising. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I am curious about it. So, by the way, I would greatly appreciate if you would follow me on X here. I'm so close to 10K. 7 followers away from 10K. Would just greatly appreciate it if you could get me to 10K. So, have you heard of my lovely planet? Yeah, all right, already answered that. Uniswap price target, I don't have one. I'll look into it. User 8443, thank you so much for subscribing. Any questions, you can spam all you want. Really appreciate it. Sparex, don't know anything about it. Crypto heaven, green candles everywhere. Yeah. VXV dead. VXV will at least make a retrace. It'll at least make a retrace, but I'm not touching VXV. So Injective, yeah, I talked about Injective already. Looking for your opinion on ORDs. I should have already reviewed ordinals, honestly. That's, yeah. There's just so little time in the day. You know, I wish I had more time. My life, like today, for example, my 6-year-old son, entered this speech contest at his school and he won for his grade. And now he's participating in the contest with other people, with the entire school, where there's, you know, one representative from each grade. And that's at 1:30 Eastern time. And it's like, okay, I'm going to my 6-year-old son's speech thing and I'm happy to do it. It's just like, man, I'd be making content until 6:30 p.m. or 6 p.m. today, but that's cutting my day in half. So C2 CEO, thank you for the auto renewal. Totally agree about the phone. Yeah. PNG now go buy PNG. Okay, looking good with fresh haircut. Thank you, Rob. When do you feel big selling will happen? Oh, wait a second. Brother, will Ajax pull back? It's hard to say. Thank you guys for getting me to 10K on X, by the way. Very much appreciate that. So Ajax, it's got to. Listen, all right, I'm live on YouTube. I'm looking at the chart. The 20-day EMA is at 45 cents and the price is at 81 cents. You are just straight up gambling. You're gambling if you buy Ajax right now. Don't. I mean, I don't want to say don't do it. You've got to be patient. And if you don't get into Ajax and it just rips to $2, which I highly doubt, there's a wide world of opportunity right now. This is a portfolio that, what do you think? ICP, LCX, AOs, XYO, and ADA. I think there's a good mix of by crypto terms, safety and risk. You know, LCX and AOs are two of my favorite small caps. ADA, I believe, is one of the most underrated cryptocurrencies in existence right now. ICP, I love ICP. XYO is kind of a wild card. I just don't know. But I'll get into XYO in a little bit here. I have like $600 of XYO, so I'm in it. Let's see. Where am I? When do you think the big selling will happen? Best guess. There's been some big selling this week. But the big selling, it's when euphoria, when everyone's all just insane, excited about something. It doesn't have to be Bitcoin, but something. That's when the big selling will happen. Oh well, no. Let me back up on that real quick. So the big selling has already happened. Wall Street cheat sheet, and I wouldn't say the big selling, but you've got to understand. I have 420 USDT. Get XRP and ICP 50-50. I think XRP is going to do well over this next month. I'd get like another AI cryptocurrency and ICP, something like that. Yeah. Oh wow. All right, let me respond to this super chat here. Congratulations with your son. Thank you for all your work and suffering through us bombarding you with questions. Thank you so much, Mazzy. That's huge. I really appreciate that. All right. So I only have 500 in XYO. I mean, that's around where I have. So open image in new tab. Why did I say that? Okay, Wall Street cheat sheet. Okay, belief. Let me zoom in a little bit. Where are we? Where do you think we are on the Wall Street cheat sheet? I would say that we're in the belief stage. Maybe the optimism stage, but I think we're in the belief stage. And the belief stage, I'm sorry, man, I don't know anything about Syntropy, but I'll look into it soon enough, I hope. The belief stage is when the smart money starts selling. and they'll sell all throughout. Belief, thrill, euphoria. And so am I smart for having sold some of my investments? Maybe I'm smarter than I was in 2021, I'll tell you that. So people have sold. Oh, man. Buy Avalanche today as it's down so I can swap for Pendle on Coinbase with lower fees than Ethereum. I don't know what you're saying, Real Estate Spokane. Buy Avalanche today as it's down so I can swap for Pendle. Swapping for Pendle is a great idea. Oh, thank you, Pending. Thank you so much. Thoughts on XLM? I think XLM is going to do a triple peak. I think it's going back to its all-time high and not higher. Maybe a little bit higher. Everdome. I don't know anything about Everdome, but let me look it up on my computer here. And then let's see. Wait, how are we going to sell at 1K views when we go to subscriber TikTok role player? I mean, I am at 1,000, or I do go live for an hour on TikTok before going subscriber only. Wow. Oh my goodness, Everdome. Ooh, Everdome, man. I don't know. Let me see, like the last month or so. It's okay over the last month. This price action on Everdome does not get me too excited, to be honest with you. Is it gaming? It's a metaverse. All right, so after the all-time high, when we reach euphoria, that's a metaverse play, but not right now. So 150 views, YouTube. All right. Yeah, Uni just pumped huge. Really want to know your thoughts. I am not interested in Uniswap. I'm not interested in Uniswap at all. It was due, I'll tell you that. Brother Doge, SHIB, or Bonk. SHIB. And again, all right, remember, Doge was at under 0.4 of a cent last time Bitcoin passed its all-time high. It got up to 8 cents within 6 weeks after that. That's a right around the time Bitcoin crosses its all-time high. That's when you get into those meme coins. Any thoughts on Prop Y? Proppy, I haven't looked into it enough. Small cap RWA is all I know, and I think RWA is going to do very well. So, sorry. I missed a response. Lost track with message on TikTok and YouTube. Would you say the whole market, Bitcoin and alts, are just moving sideways, crabbish within 10%? Yes, that's exactly what I said. Yes. So, thoughts on Hello Labs? I have not looked into Hello Labs yet, and I'm not super excited, but it's mostly because I saw that Shark Tank show and Shark Tank wannabe show, and I was like, I don't care about this stuff. VXV dead. VXV will make a retrace at least. There's multiple X's for VXV. I'm just not a believer. So Hello's new. New is good. I mean, less than 2 years old at least. So SPA, don't know anything about SPA. Yeah, crypto and entertainment, Web3 ecosystem, incubating and distributing exclusive TV shows and games. Our debut show, Killer Whales. I just don't care. You know, that's something that can do well during euphoria, when it's exciting. Sure. Could this get to $1 billion? Sure. I don't care. What about Ocean Protocol? AI, very bullish. Ocean doesn't have good tokenomics. You got to remember that. I do like Fetch and Ajax a lot more. Why didn't I know about subscribing sooner? Saved me so much time. Yeah, you know, subscriber only chat every day after the regular live stream. Any chance you would do a video? Yeah, humanized AI. Yep. What about Swift Wallet or Trust Wallet? I use Trust Wallet. I don't use Swift. I really like Trust. Really like Trust. So Flow's coming on my price target video soon. You just got to wait. I don't know a ton about it. Why don't you like Ori tokenomics? Are you serious? I don't even know. That's funny. I don't even know if I mentioned that. Super Target. I don't have one. Do you think AI will crash before the halving? I think dips are just generally going to be minimal given the level of accumulation with the spot ETFs right now. So AO's network, $3.40 is my price target. Very bullish on AO's. And let's see, what about Near Protocol? $46 is my price target. Absolute best case scenario, in my opinion. So, all right, let's look at the supply here for ORI. I have around 2K and a few alts total. With the expected dip, I'm thinking of exiting some of my positions so I can build up some stablecoin volume on the buy dip. Do you expect more top 20s to dip? It's a dangerous game, but you got to take profits. So 2K and a few alts total. Expected dip. I'm thinking of exiting some of my positions. I mean, is there an expected dip? That's the question that I would ask. I'm not assuming a dip. So I don't remember when ORI peaked in 2021. Thank you, user. I don't know when they peaked in 2021. I'm not going to look at it right now. But look, 2.2 million circulating supply in November of 2021, 15.57 million right now. That's why I don't like ORI's tokenomics. Did I miss API 3 price prediction? I made a YouTube video about it. You can check that out. So API 3, right there, $31.82. Missed thoughts on AGIX. I would not touch AGIX right now. Listen, again, the 20-day EMA is at 40 something cents and the price is over 80 cents. You've got to at least wait for some kind of interaction with the 20-day EMA. Origin Trail, sorry, Low Creative Soul, I've got nothing with that. ICP, $223.40. Do you think Bitcoin will go down to 46K before the halving? I think we're going to retest the 618 retrace. Conservatively, what are your targets for market cap on Clore AI? Conservatively, 9 figures. I mean, maybe 200 million. Maybe that's conservative. That's very conservative. What am I looking at right now? Oh, 46K before the halving. All right, I'm at Bitcoin. So 618 retrace is right here. That's $48,696. Bull market support band. We haven't touched it in a while. That's at 40,000, but rising. So do we crab along here? If we were to have a pretty big dump, then the bull market support band is right. I would be very eager to buy at the bull market support band. We're not going below the bull market support band, I don't think. But 618 retrace, I'm going to be pretty long there. So Trump rules. Nothing but love for you, man. What's up, Bull? Good to see you. OXN. I made a video on OX number on my TikTok here. Check it out. World War Bitcoin's my username. OXN. I like it. What do you think about DGI game? Should I wait for a dip to get in? DGI, is it pumping like crazy? Because I bought some, and I'm going to make a video on it on TikTok by popular demand. I like it a lot. They make money. That's a big thing with them. They make money. So it's steadily climbing. You're not looking at parabolic moves with DGI right now. I think it's fine to get in. Congrats on 10K on X. Thank you. I did once have 10K on X, and then the bear market, I just lost comments. What about VeChain? 33 cents is my price target on VeChain. AMP has a lot of room to run up. It can do a 20x before hitting a new all-time high, but just be careful. Don't expect it to hit a new all-time high, but it can do very well. I own some AMP, and I'm selling all of it before all-time highs. I had to switch the computer to watch you. Yeah. You're welcome, Brian. Kids are the best thing ever, but suck the life out of me. 50 with a 10 and 14-year-old. What state am I in? I'm in the Midwest of the United States. Opinion on AOs. Check out the video I made a few weeks ago on AOs. $3.40 was my price target. Bro, it was 33 cents you said for VeChain. Yeah, 33 cents. OrdiSwap, AGIX, AOs will change your life. I need to look into OrdiSwap, very much so. Do you think ICP and Injective will drop more? Is there no way? They can drop a little bit, but I don't think they're going to drop all that much more. So C2 CEO, thank you. Oh, Albert, thanks a lot for that super chat. I totally missed that. Sorry about that. What are the risks of VPNing to access a different exchange? You could get locked out. You could get locked out. On Mexi, they will lock you out, so you got to be careful with that. You've always got a VPN. On Bing X, they will not lock you out if you forget. They do. They're very open to you using a VPN. L-Bank's fine. What else? Bitmart is fine. So I believe Bitcoin may hit the 20-day EMA. It has to. There's no doubt about that. I hold a bag of Ajax about a year now. Awesome, man. Congrats. Can ICP get back to all-time high, or did the circulating supply get? Yeah, circulating supply is too expansive for all-time high for 2024, 2025. So, do you keep all of your projects on a cold wallet or on exchange? I keep most of my crypto in Trust Wallet. I'm confident with it. So, yeah, Unipump big time. I saw that. It's not ordinals. It's called Ordiswap. It's the Uniswap of Ethereum, but for Bitcoin, big project. Yeah, I was reading the description, Algo Trader, and it said something about ordinals on there. So ZTX, is that Zeta Chain? That's not Zeta Chain. No, I don't know what ZTX. Can I get into Zeta Chain, or am I too late? Zeta Chain hasn't been doing well all that much lately. I'd say now's a great time to get into Zeta Chain. Buy and sell off of Trust Wallet. No, you got to connect to Uniswap. You got to connect to some kind of different swap. So, would you sell your Bitcoin? I'd sell some. Injective just dropped so hard. I highly doubt that. 32.56. We're in a range. Not worried about it. Which render or the token would you be a long-term play? I'm not sure what you're saying, Jody. Which render or the token? I like render. I'll just say that. Thoughts on Liza? I got nothing on Liza. Sauce, I don't know what that is. What is Solana going to do in the bull run? $694 is my price target. Bro, when I cash out, do I need Ethereum for fees? It depends. I mean, are you using Uniswap? You're going to need Ethereum for the fees. Oh, yeah, definitely. So, yeah, definitely you got to have some Ethereum for that. Fetch, what about it? $10.09 is my price target. Did I miss API 3 prediction? You can see it in the spreadsheet here, which is readily available in any of my YouTube videos. I do not have a price target for Sologenic, but that's coming. All right, API 3, where's API 3? $31.82 is my price target. Do you ever look at smaller time frames on Bitcoin for TradingView? I mostly stay on the daily, but I will look at the hourly. I'll never look shorter than hourly chart. So thoughts on staking ICP for the next bull run? Where? If you stake ICP with them, it's an 8-year stake. I'm not in favor of staking that long. Not in favor. I'm staking my Hex till 2025. I very much regret it. So, yeah, hourly looks ready for correction. I mean, I posted that in my most recent TikTok there. Nationality, I am mixed Portuguese and Cape Verdean. Sauce, it's the H-bar exchange. Okay. Do I like Jesus coin? I like Jesus, not so much the coin. Is there a Mexi token? MX, yeah. ICP, render, Pendle. What order would you choose to invest? Pendle, render, ICP. Is Black Swan could happen anytime. Black Swan could happen anytime, but you can't predict it. There's no use in sitting around and worrying about an ICP or a Black Swan. DGI game thoughts. I'm going to make a video on it soon. Yeah. OX leverage been moving again now. DGen love that on DEXs. Okay. I'll check that out. Have you checked out reserve rights? It's coming, but I have not done a video on that yet. Did you hear about the solar flare taking out some phone signal in the US? I heard that AT&T was down. That's all I heard. Would you render or the ERC token to be a long-term play? Oh yeah, that question again. Could you look at Pentos? Could be interesting for our RWA, however, it's very early. I prefer not to look at cryptos I don't know about, but during the live stream at least. But oh yeah, I'm not gonna be able to look at it on CoinMarketCap. So thoughts on Aurora? Is it a dud? No, it's not. It'll do fine. What if the AT&T outage along with other carriers affect the crypto space? Wonder. I mean, if it's a big one, sure, yeah. Bro, would you advise me to sell through Ledger or exchange? Get it to an exchange. It would be lower fees, I think. Any thoughts on Say? I'm not super excited about Say. They want to be the premier layer 1 for DeFi, and they have no money locked into their ecosystem. If that changes, I'll be more bullish on it. But Uniswap jumped up 50%, yeah. Artificial liquid intelligence, Ali, I like it. I don't own any, but small cap AI should do well. Too late to buy render. Right now it's too late, yes. AMP price prediction, I don't have one. That's got to be on my list here. Let's see. Yeah, AMP's coming. There it is. IMX was one of my top 5 bear market buys. Now it's pumped so much that I'm not interested in it as much anymore. I took profits already. LCX price target $7.37. IMX, one of the first ones I did, $12.89. Thanks, Alex. We'll check the video too. What are your thoughts on Theta? Theta just doesn't seem like there's any life to it right now. Oasis, I don't know much about Oasis. All these price predictions you have planned to do, will they be done in time if we were to invest? Maybe not. I'm not going to lie to you, V33. I don't know. I don't know if we're front running this like crazy. There may be a time when I'm just going to have to just not be doing price prediction videos anymore, and then more focus on technical analysis. So when you had your kids, did you think each one was a 1x return? They were a return on my happiness. I love my kids. I just arrived. I see another nice pump on Ajax. Yeah. I would not be buying Ajax right now. I look forward to your TA moving forward. Yeah. Bro, I got into crypto 3 months ago. I'm putting almost everything I have. When should I stop? Oh, man. I mean, we're before the halving. Don't worry. Not financial advice. Don't worry for the next 3 months. Let's reevaluate together in 3 months. We're before the halving. We're before the Ethereum ETF launch date. I think that we're going to see some buy the rumor, sell the news with that at least. So will ICP pull back again, or should I get in now? I think you should get in now. Thoughts on Syncus? I've talked a lot about Syncus already. I have no problem buying Syncus under $100 million market cap if and when we see Bitcoin cross its all-time high again. Thank you, Bush. If and when we see Bitcoin cross its all-time high again, I would have no problem buying Syncus under a $400 million market cap. It's at 30 million right now. Tectum world record speed test, maybe more price discovery after that. I'll look into it. Wish I was following you 2022 to 2023. I'd be retired now. I wasn't making much content in 2022 and 2023. I had to liquidate all my assets and scramble as much as possible because of my daughter being sick and having to put a huge down payment on a house. Let's see. What price would you hop into Shido at? Not going to look at the charts. I just like it. My DCA in ICP is low as $12. A good spot to load up more. I think so. Thoughts on Telcoin and good morning from Arizona. Telcoin. So Telcoin's going to be a great play at some point. I don't think right now. Telcoin hasn't done much of anything lately. Yeah. But man, I'm telling you, I own some Telcoin. And this was a huge winner in 2021. there is a significant move that will come at some point with Telcoin. So should you DCA for the next few months? I think that'd be fine. Yeah. Yeah. May your daughter be blessed. Thank you so much. Oh, Sri Lanka. Wow. Okay. That's awesome. Drop a few dollars on ETH. ETH will pump before the altcoin, and that will cover your fees. Yeah, maybe. I just opened a 50% long leverage at 50,910. And we are at support. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. So do you trade leverage, or what is your opinion on it? I trade a little bit of leverage. It's like 2% of my portfolio. And I am not in favor of trading more than 2x leverage. So, all right, I am sorry. Oh, you know what? All right, for those of you on TikTok, I'm going to plow through the questions on YouTube here, and then I will end the live stream on YouTube and focus on subscribers and then be done with this live stream. So, could you share the price target sheet? It's in every one of my YouTube videos, in the description of my YouTube videos. So just check out my most recent one that I made on Hive Mapper. Oh, shoot. I did not mean to do that. Okay. AXGT thoughts. High conviction. AXGT, high conviction. DeSci play. Very new. I think it's going to be a good one. Ledger, just affiliate with Coinbase to sell. Okay. That's good. TokenFi thoughts. I don't know anything about TokenFi. I know you're a Syncus fan. Do you think we could get close to 50 cents? Next question. How low do you think Jasmine will go? Yeah, I'll answer that. So it's at 0.8 of a cent. Could it 50x? More like a 60x? It's possible. Yeah. What is that, a $500 million market cap? No, that's not. Never mind. I don't know. But it's possible. Jasmine, I made a video yesterday. All right, here we go. So right here, 1.1228 is my price target for Jasmine. So is BingX legit? I've tried it a few times in the US and they charge pennies for selling and buying. BitGet was charging me $6 sell and buy. Pennies is the norm. I haven't heard anything negative about BingX. Have you checked out Altura? They just paid a partnership with Super. Haven't great tech. I haven't, but I'm curious about that Super partnership. Cody Target. Cody is coming very soon for price reviews. Solana to 1,000. That seems a little too high for me. $694 is my target, so you never know. Do you like TIA? $67.55 is my target. I like it until October 30th. Why do you like my Miria but have low conviction in your video? Because it's new. That's why. Would you buy Chlor over Pendle? No. If I had to choose one, it would be Pendle. You and Crypto Bastard are the best. Thanks. Yeah, Axon already answered that. Would you trust keeping your crypto on Coinbase for quick selling? Yeah, quick selling, yes. Yep. It takes a while to transfer back and forth. Should I buy GRT now or wait? You should probably wait. I know it's pumped with all the other AI cryptos. Yeah, wait, not financial advice. Would you DCA into Tau at today's prices? Yes. Yep. Thoughts on Pulse Chain, Bear, and Hex? I'm along for the ride. I don't love them. I don't hate them. Just along for the ride. Jody, I just don't understand your question. Well, no, none of those crypto. No, there's no such thing as long-term hold for crypto, except for maybe Bitcoin. What AI coin would you buy right now? Either PAL or Tau. Because on TikTok is reserved for member. That's why YouTube is crazy. No, YouTube's been crazy. What about Quant losing faith? All right, Adam, your question is the last one, and then I'm switching over to TikTok and ending this live stream. So I'm not losing faith in Quant. I would wait. I would have no problem if you were to sell your Quant right now. I would have no problem with that mindset. But after Bitcoin all-time high, I'd be buying a lot of Quant. Do you ever have a problem with ETH swaps on TrustFi? On Trust. It won't let me swap ETH for any ERC20 thoughts. On Trust, I don't swap on Trust Wallet. The fees are too high. I would swap on a different place. So looks like my retrace plays are doing good. Jasmine and GRT. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. I totally understand what you're saying, Adam. Yeah. I agree. That's why I bought those, for the retrace. Yep. All right. YouTube, I'm done. I've been on here for almost 2 hours. Thank you so much, all of you, for your time. Monday through Friday, more so Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Live every day. Thank you all so much for your time. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.